Hi everyone, Miss Sarah here. Today's lesson is going to be a short one, although not necessarily an easy one. It's going to be about understanding phrases in word problems. And I know this is something that you guys have a hard time with, and I understand that word problems can be very hard. All right? So this is the whole point for us today, to go over some vocabulary, some phrases, some key words that are commonly show up in word problems, and kind of get you guys practicing how to interpret these word problems. So a few keywords and phrases that you guys should know, right? I'm only talking about the four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For addition, some common words we have: some, more than, increased by, the total, plus, and altogether. For subtraction, a very important word is difference, less than, decreased by, subtracted from, and minus, okay? So words that mean multiplication, right? Times, which is the obvious one. A product, which is one of the most important ones, okay, that people forget. The product of two numbers means the result of the multiplication of those two numbers. Twice, which means two times, right? Double or triple. Double also means two times, just like twice. And triple means three times. And of is a tricky one, okay? Be careful with the word of, because it sometimes shows in other sentences, in other kinds of phrases. When does of mean multiplication? It only means multiplication when none of these other terms appear, all right? If you don't have any of these other terms appearing, then this means that of is standing for multiplication. Let me give you an example. 3/4 of 40, okay? 3/4 of 40. You see, there's no times, no plus, no altogether, no twice, just 3/4 of 40. This means that the operation is going to be 3/4 times 40, all right? And finally, division. Obviously, you can have divided by. Quotient is a very important word. Quotient is the result of a division. Half means to divide by 2. Third means to divide by 3. And separate sometimes can also be used in different contexts. Just very quickly, these words over here that I'm highlighting, difference, product, and quotient, are very important key words in math, all right? So you guys have to know that difference means subtraction, product means multiplication, and quotient means division. So in questions 5 through 16, the idea here is for us to get a phrase that could be part of a word problem and transform it into mathematical language. So number 5, it says the following: the quotient of 20 and a number. So the first thing I would do is I would highlight the key word that's telling me the operation, quotient. Quotient, I have to remember that this means the result of a division, all right? So I have the quotient of 20 and a number. 20, I know what it is, 20. Let's zoom in over here, makes it look better. 20 divided by a number. I don't know what a number is. When I don't know something in math, I name it a variable. So I could choose any letter to represent this number. I'm going to choose N just because N reminds me of number, all right? So 20 divided by N would be the quotient of 20 and a number. Number 6, we have 7 added to a number. Once again, I'm going to highlight the word that's telling me the operation I'm going to do. So I have 7 added to a number. And some people want to write out 7 plus n. And 7 plus n, it'll work in this case, but the correct way of writing it would actually be the other way around, because we have a number first, and then we have 7 being added to this number. So we have a number, and we're adding 7 to this number, okay? Number 7 over here, I don't want us to do, because number 7 this word per over here, it gets a little bit tricky. Sometimes it's multiplication, sometimes it's division, so I want to leave number 7. Don't worry about it. Number 8, we have saving $15 with a coupon. Ooh, this one's hard. Miss Sarah, but saving wasn't one of the words you taught us. That's right, it's not. So let's think about the context behind this. With a coupon, you save money, right? So let's suppose you go into a restaurant and the plate has a food that you're going to order has a certain price, right? So this has a certain price. And then if you have a coupon, you get a discount, in this case, of $15. You save $15. So you had an original price, but the final amount you're going to pay is not the original price. You're going to take away $15 from my original price. So I'm going to say it's P minus 15. I take away $15 from my original price. Number 9, the difference of a number and 4. Once again, difference, you have to know what it means. It means the result of a subtraction of a number and 4. So a number, I don't know what number it is, so I'm going to call it n, and the difference between a number and 4. Number 10, a $42 dinner bill split among friends. Once again, think about the context, people. You went to dine with your friends in a restaurant and the total dinner bill was $42, and you decide to split this among your friends. How much are you going to pay? Well, you're going to pay the $42, and the split is going to mean divided by the friends. But how many friends are there? I don't know. I'm going to call it F. Could I have called it X or A or B or C or Z? Yes. I just called it F just to remind me that I'm dividing by the number of friends. All right? Number 11. If you see the phrase half of a number, half means to divide by 2. So I'm going to have a number divided by 2. This is super important, people. Whenever you see half of a number, you have to be able to write n divided by 2 or x divided by 2, whatever variable you want, but it has to be divided by 2. Number 12, twice a number plus 4. So you have twice of a number plus 4. Twice a number is going to be 2 times that number. This is going to be 2n, and plus 4 is obviously plus 4. So this is going to be 2n plus 4. Number 13, 16 more than the quotient of a number in 2. Ooh, now it gets tricky. So 16 more is going to mean plus 16, right? More means plus. Then the quotient of a number in 2, quotient means what again? Division. So of a number and 2. So you're going to have the quotient, the division of a number in 2. So you have 16 more than this. So you start out with this, and then you have 16 more than that. All right? Be careful with the order of the values you're placing in. Number 14, the sum of 4 times a number and 10. This one, be very careful. The sum of 2 things, but the first one is 4 times a number and 10. And I have the sum between these 2 guys over here. 4 times a number is going to be 4 times n, and 10 is going to be 10. So my final answer should be 4 times a number plus 10. The sum of 4 times a number and 10. All right? Number 15. The sum of the square root of a number and 3. Once again, the sum of square root of a number and 3. Hopefully everybody okay? Square root of a number plus 3, because it's the sum of the square root of a number and 3. And number 16, the difference of 6 times a number and 5. So this is very similar to what we had before, only now instead of a sum, I have a difference of 6 times a number and 5. You should know that difference means subtraction. All right, so 6 times a number is going to be 6n, 5 is 5, and the difference means a subtraction between them.